Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Dr. Hassan Daut, and I have been following Chinese development and also with respect to its various initiatives that are helping Pakistan also. But I think this is very interesting times, and in these times, China has come up with several new initiatives besides the Belt and Road Initiative, जिसके अंदर we were looking at connectivity and also regional integration and also trade wise seamless trade, connectivity of policy, cultural people to people interaction. From there, the next stepping stone, and which China has now announced under the leadership of President Xi Jinping, are Global Development Initiative and also the Global Security Initiative. While Global Development Initiative speaks about various development agenda, greening, ecological development, development for the purpose of accessibility not just to information but also accessibility to good built roads, houses and other sectors where countries can come and leverage from the economic development of China, and China can also invest in areas where they have the strength like the infrastructure development. And as a next stepping stone, I think they have now moved into, or the concept paper for that was just announced a day before yesterday, was the Global Security Initiative. And this is quite interesting because this has just come out just after the Geneva Convention, and also the discussion that was happening there, and their state councillor Mr. Wang Yi was there. And what is interesting about this is the discussion around communication and security, creating security enablers which can help all countries look at the concerns that they have vis-a-vis the security. But the most interesting part for me in this is while there are other regions that have been mentioned, a country has explicitly been mentioned called Afghanistan, and I think this can give us a reason to look at how China looks at regional integration and also looks at Afghanistan and of course Pakistan as the overall development agenda that they are looking at. The other important aspect is looking at environment as a degradation of the environment as a concern to security. And therefore, they have spoken in this Global Security Initiative about food security, access to energy and also greening of energy, because when and from a devastation that climate change has caused, say for countries like Pakistan, I think they look at, and the poverty numbers are growing, they also look at this as a concern for security, and they also realize that security and the challenges to the security cannot be limited to one region. So if it happens in Afghanistan, it will have its bearing in Pakistan and subsequently perhaps in China. So therefore, they have spoken about open dialogue, non-interference, security for the purpose of development, and also regional cooperation for taking security initiative forward. The other last aspect that I would like to highlight here is, and that's also very important, and for us to understand how we can leverage both from the foreign affairs and diplomacy side and also from the security standpoint, because CPEC security is one of the joint working group in security is one of the pillars. What is more important is how they are looking at BRICS and SEO as perhaps a model for development and also model for convergence for security purpose. And I think Pakistan as an active member of SEO should look at this, should study the Global Security Initiative and Global Development Initiative and find pertinent areas in which Pakistan can leverage, Pakistan can benefit, because Pakistan, for any global peace initiative, any regional security and peace initiative, Pakistan is extremely important, and we should realize that. Secondly, and I think we must also look at Global Security Initiative and also the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and how China has been advocating the Chinese wisdom for shared prosperity. And now I think this shared prosperity, shared development is now entering a new domain of shared security. And I think if we realize this, also the regional powers, as opposed to coercion, they are advocating joint strategy, more communication, non-interference agenda. And I think in the last 5,000 years history of China, China has actually used this wisdom and ideology of non-interference for its own development. While it has so much under discussion around the Taiwan Strait, while there is so much discussion around US-China conflict, the numbers are actually different. The numbers of trade volume that China and US have, even just till yesterday and also during COVID, I think, will speak on China's philosophy of trade, economy, connectivity of policy and regional connectivity, and now connectivity for security initiative. And this non-interference perhaps will build and give confidence to countries like Pakistan, which are in close partnership with China, which are in close partnership through SCO Forum, through Belt and Road Initiative Forum, and perhaps we can have a joint strategy region-wise, globally, and perhaps within the countries of SCO and also the Belt and Road Initiative through this document of Global Security Initiative. Last point that I would like to highlight, and we must again understand this, that it is not about hardware, it is also about software. It is also about how through communication, through setting up policies and agendas, we can address challenge of security. Thank you.